Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! My name is Dragondrop, and this is the Dota 2 Champions League Season 6 game between Alliance and the Monkey Freedom Fighters, two teams who haven't had the best start in this particular season, but I think they're starting to get into their own. And to help me break down this first match, I have with me Sander. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here. Never guessed any of these two teams, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. And Alliance, of course, back under their captain S4 rejoining them after the old Secret kind of disbanded. The new Secret, though, also looking quite good. If you want to catch their match, head on over to ESL_Dota2 for ESL1 coverage. But of course, you can also stick around here, multi-twitch it, whatever you fancy, because, well, you can say what you want about Alliance, but they're always gonna give you an entertaining match at the very least.
Yeah, that is true. I'm just looking if what they're gonna go now. Like you can already see like this incredible band of the Nation Prophet. Like they just give so much respect to Alliance there with that, as
Yeah.
well as the with like these two teams. This is like the only team that you just instantly ban those two heroes without even thinking about it.
And Alliance looks like they've did some math here. They did some theory crafting. Lich and the Doom already looks like 6.85. Not so much for MFF here. Tusk and Lina, especially Lina, we have seen quite a drop off in her pick and ban rate even in this new patch. Tusk not so much, as he's still very competent and very useful just by being able to manipulate positioning and the map itself with the ice shots. But Lich and Doom, what do you make of this, actually? There's a lot of creep clearing as well, a lot of creep eating from both sides, from both heroes.
Honestly, if they put this as the dual lane on the up lane, you're not gonna have a fun time. Like no way at all. Like the constant eating of the creeps of your team and the enemy team, as well as just the auras and the constant stun that you can, or the harassment, the constant harassment that comes out of the lich, it will be so tough to deal with. Like, and it got scorches, the constant damage. Like you're gonna go through your consumables in like no time at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's usually the way that you used to run Lich back when who was still picked quite often. Just use him as a secondary. It's kind of an offlane support, just to be able to keep the creeper back near your tower, just to enable your other offlaner to get pretty safe farm and levels. And the Doom, of course, he's pretty tanky with the Scorched Earth now, with the rework, and of course, if he gets a nice little region creep or armor creep or something like that, you're really gonna have a hard time. But we'll see how Monkey Freedom Fighters want to respond to that. The bans are coming out here. Of course, Wisp and the Bulldog Prophet in the first phase, along with the Darkseer and the Queen of Pain on the side of Alliance, and now Bane and Nightstalk and Dazzle, a couple of very popular heroes in this new patch already, and the Gyrocopter even, who isn't completely forgotten, but he has fallen off quite a bit in terms of pick rate at the very least. So we're usually looking for things like Slaughter. Luna even gets picked up a little bit more often instead now. These kind of carries that a little bit of a different skill set and that haven't really been touched so much in the patch as well. I mean, TA comes to mind out of the middle lane position as well. So yeah, what do you think Alliance will pick up here actually?
For Alliance, well, if you're gonna be looking at that, you're like the Queen of Pain, they banned that themselves, so they are Radiant. There's also possibility to see a Shadow Fiend come up. They don't get it as with it, so there's no obvious combination of their minus armor. Maybe Vengeful. I just like Vengeful Shadow Fiend combinations with the Doom on the front lines. Like you can just go from the back line and do damage all the time. And when Doom starts to get a little bit low, swap him out, go back, regen up a little bit with the Scorchers, run straight back in. And if you initiate on anybody with a Vengeful, you can always get them out. Tusk Shards always becomes a little bit less effective. So I would actually maybe think that they might pick it up here if they're looking for a Shadow Fiend, that is. But them getting up a Shadow Fiend, I don't think they have actually played that so far in this patch. So
Okay,
they're actually going to go for the Lashback again.
That is interesting. I mean, they definitely needed some sort of damage, either physical from someone like a Shadow Fiend or Templar Assassin or something along those lines. But they're gonna go for the Shrek. Can still be a support Shrek here, maybe. But presumably mid Shrek. Going a little bit old school, of course, Lightning heavily nerfed, but he can still do things. He's still annoying, and if you want to go for that old school build with the Diabolic Edict, then the towers will fall pretty damn quickly if you don't account for him.
Yeah, it's just it's kind of like changed at the moment how you play him. You just go for more points in split earth.
Yeah.
Like that's more just how you do it. You just deal a lot more damage with it. You just have that more secure stun in it. And we saw yesterday as well at ESL 1 that I believe it was Puppy on the Lash Rack that just completely owned.
Yeah.
So
That was from a 4 position though, so it's
yeah, that's
kind
a
of a little bit
support.
different, right? So you might see Alliance do something along those lines and still pick up another one for the middle lane.
It's
Uh,
just an open pick. That's
yeah,
all there is to it.
it's much more versatile in the way you use him now, just because his core gameplay has been nerfed so hard. It's again viable to run him out of that support position. I think that's a good way to look at it. But it definitely keeps the draft open. It's still looking for a physical damage dealer, one would presume. Maybe even go back for the life stealer that's Loda definitely likes to run a lot. MFF though, they're gonna go for the Templar Assassin, so nice little pick off here. Not so much against the Doom, maybe against a Scorched Earth. Not that they would have a laning matchup up against that, so it's okay. The Bat Rider, as for one of his signature heroes, is making a return. That might even be a mid Bat Rider as a direct result of that. Up against a Templar Assassin, you do have some damage over time, especially with the Flame Break. Ever since they changed that, it's actually much better up again in these specific circumstances up against a Refraction.
Oh, this Bad Rider. I think they actually they played it fairly recently as well. Again, I think I saw a Bad Rider like last week or something, just completely wrecking in mid. Like that hero can be so dangerous. And I'm pretty sure it was played by Alliance.
Yeah. If there's any team that runs a mid Bat Rider that ever
Them.
ran it, it was S4 on Alliance,
Yeah, that
even back in
was.
the day. And that would leave Admiral Bulldog on the Doom, which is also a hero that he used to play back when it was picked up a little bit more often. So it's not like it's a complete new territory for him either. So yeah, that would make this a supportless Shrek, or maybe in one position, but is less likely now.
Yeah, you can still. It's you're versus TA. You're able to get through the refraction pretty fast, but at the same time, if you have to split Irvim, you lose so much of your damage already. So you want to get away with Diabolic Edict.
Yep.
Like it always gives mixed feelings when you have a TA and the enemy has a lot of potential nuke damage, but also with the combination of having non-instances, let's say it like that, like no Diabolic Edict kind of spells.
Yep.
Same as with, let's say, when Avalanche touch from Tiny. If you're able to get your refraction off as a TA, you actually can't kill him because you just get the toss damage and you can just walk it off. So it's always a mixed feeling. Like you lose it, but you still survive. It's really weird.
Alright, so Alliance to ban out the anti-mage. Pretty good ban here if you have a Leshrac and a Bat Rider, two interiors on your team, so they can be a nice little target for the bomb, for that mana void bomb. What do you think Alliance is actually looking for in terms of carry here? I mean, don't really think this is a lifestealer game with Lina having the ability to go for an Agnum Scepter, with Tusk just kind of being able to lock him in with some nice ice shots. In general, the huge amount of physical damage that already can come out from Monkey Freedom Fighters between the Templar Assassin and Witch Doctor alone in the late game.
You might actually. There's a possibility to have a CK here. You have this long stun. You have multiple illusions to clear through refraction pretty fast.
Yeah.
You can get close to anybody. The only thing that you have is that it's annoying to deal with the Caskin when you're like level 1 on your ultimate. Like, that's one problem.
Yeah. I feel like though CK gets online way too late for this kind of lineup the Alliance has right now.
Yeah, you're gonna be greedy.
Yeah.
You need to rely on the Lashrack and Bad Rider, even if it's a Lashrack support, to just get those two heroes get you through to the mid game. Together with the Lich as well, just make these three heroes need to do it then. Then Doom can just throw out the Doom and that's about it then.
Yep. I don't know. I would like to see a hero that can do more and can really can just go into the Bat Rider or go with the Bat Rider in general, and with the Doom and just join these team fights. I mean, Luna would come to mind. Phantom Assassin would be another hero that could benefit from all the chaos that Doom and Bat Rider can
Luna,
provide.
For Alliance, that's pretty ballsy then, because you have a Tusk that goes at him and Lina that can completely blow her up. That's really ballsy if you can do that. Yeah.
I actually like that a lot more to Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they might see a Slark now for Monkey Freedom Fighters.
Yeah, Slark wouldn't be too bad for their one position. It'd still be a Slaughter though, just to
Oh,
just to
Slark.
go for more of a minus armor route.
Oh. There's some ways to go at it now. They don't have a lot of thinking time about it. But essentially, it all depends on what the role of Lina is. Like, Tusk is most likely going to be the offlaner. Otherwise, it's Lina position 1 and looking for a different offlaner. So it's either an offlaner or support. Yeah, they still have a lot of things that they can go for. But I would say they're going to pick up like a more traditional position 1.
Yeah, probably because Juggernaut, he has problems with being carried around with just being bursted down. It is going to be the starter, so they're going to look to face Alliance head on. Just use the amplified damage and the physical damage the physical burst that they have from Templar Assassin more than anything else, and the Tusk as well, to some degree. To just take Alliance head on, fight them wherever they find them. And I mean, what do you really do as Alliance if you get dropped on, right? Batrider, well, he can maybe run away. Juggernauts, maybe with spin. Leshrac is kind of food. Doom, well, he has Scorched Earth, but
Well,
all
Doom
of
has
these
absolutely
things,
no armor.
Yeah, he has no armor, so even if they can stay alive, they always have to run away. So it's... I feel like if Monkey Freedom Fighters can get the drop on them, if they can get the quick Blink Dagger on the starter, or if the Task can find some good initiations, then they can maybe catch Alliance on the wrong foot.
Yeah, definitely. This is this is gonna be the offlane Doom for sure. Yeah, there you go. S4 picked up the Batrider here.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward. This is gonna be like an action-packed game.
Absolutely. S4 Batrider is the thing of ages, man. There's no one that can play it better. So if Alliance wins this game, then S4 will have done well.
This patch, they have still only a 42% win rate on the Batrider.
Yeah, well, it's just the beginning of the patch, though, right? You try out a lot of things, and especially Alliance, they've done a lot of crazy stuff already. So they're one of the teams that like to experiment more than some other teams maybe, and that results in some generally some bad results. But total lags, okay. But I do have confidence that they will start getting into their own. Same time, I have to admit I'm a little bit of an Alliance fanboy, so take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, so if you take a quick look at the lineups, so it doesn't look like we're gonna have some early aggression here. Starting with the Batrider S4 loader on the Juggernaut. We have Minuts playing the Leshrac here out of the support position. Ake looking to help out the offlane on that Lich. And that only leaves Admiral Bulldog on the Doom.
And for the side of Monkey Freedom Fighters, we have Beaver Knight, aka Sing Sing, playing the offlane Tusk. On the mid lane, we have Jepser playing the Lina. That leaves Necroman on the Templar, and fucking Matt on Slaughter, and of course Paris. And of course Jepser is gonna go to the top, he's just blocking the lane.
Yep. The TA here being helped out by that bottom block from Jepser, who has boots already, so...
There's gonna be roaming.
Yeah. Very nice for Lina, especially since you have that high of a range. You can really make use of that just to be able to kite around, get a couple of right clicks in. Don't have the most damage, but the range kind of makes up for that. And yeah, we actually see him wrapping around already. Looking for the courier, maybe. That would be devastating, because that's already a bottle coming out, but it's a little bit too late.
He should probably be able to get it on the back, but... Yeah. They see the ping it out. Now is the question, how are they going to walk with the courier? They're sending it through the forest, and Admiral Bulldog even finds Jepser.
Very good awareness there, not opening themselves up to these kind of shenanigans. They didn't have eyes on the Lina up until that point, so they were playing it careful. That's
it. Admiral Bulldog got absolutely wrong creep. This is not the creep that you want for the lane. No auras.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the full creep.
You want the big Satyr. You want to have that unholy aura.
Well, there's a toughness aura here on the Wild Wing that could also be nice.
Yeah, he should probably go for that, but he can only do in like 30 seconds from now.
Yeah, it's a ridiculously long cooldown actually.
Yeah, level 1 it's terrible.
Well, bottom lane, Tusk, almost at level 2 already, Minuts here. Trying to harass him a little bit, actually taking quite a bit of damage. The stun will miss, but at least it'll keep Sing Sing away for the time being. Eats for the tree, and that'll be that. Trading harassment here. Beaver Knight though not forced out of the lane so far. So he's doing it right. Same can be said of course for the Radiant side offlane. That's just the Lich effect, just constantly being able to sacrifice. And once he gets a couple of extra levels, yeah, that Frost Blast will also start to hurt quite a lot.
Indeed. You can actually see that they already purchased up a bunch of magic sticks on their cores and magic wands. Just to be able to ready for that. And he got you an holy aura.
Yep, nice.
So now this sustain is going to be real. No more need for tangos.
Full health regen, not just for you, but also for your allies, so the Lich can benefit from that too. He gets in range, so... Very nice indeed. So the question is, who does this kind of passive early stage favor, really? The mid is kind of a wash, that trading farm evenly. Off lanes are kind of even too.
Well, in that sense, Alliance will win if they play passively just because they have Devour and they're running dual lanes with the Lich in their team.
Oh wow, what are they doing down here? Oh wow! First blood, I missed already. It's just S4 going ham here.
You can get
Very
through
low,
Refraction
yeah.
quite easy with Firefly.
Was watching Sing Sing here being chopped away at by Loda. Did not expect that at all this early on. Same time with top here, Bulldog is being stunned up, followed by Light Strike Array. Matt will take quite a bit of damage, gets a follow-up stun. Bulldog's still alive, but not for too long. Yeah, the Maledict and all the damage they could muster was needed to actually bring him down, but they manage it, so... Get themselves on the board, but first blood, of course, going the way of S4 and mid. That'll give him a really, really good early start. Towards that Blink Dagger, already has the Tranquil Boots finished. Now, teleport back into the middle lane. Start banking up more gold.
They're looking for aggression on S4, but this Observer Ward just spots out Jabster and he can just easily retreat to this tower.
Yeah, it's also really hard with the Firefly up and ready. If all you really have is a Light Strike Array without any sort of setup, you really need to rely on him just being out of position in general. Of course, as you said, that ward will make that pretty much impossible.
Yeah, this is... Like, Jasper was just trying to look for something aggressive on the mid lane, but every time you do something like that, that means that on top they're gonna have so much farm to do whatever they pretty much want.
Oh, yep, so, hello. He got caught out, and Minot even gets a bounty rune here. Sing Sing, not quite enough.
He's actually going for a Diabolic Edict build here.
Yeah. It's interesting, it's much, much better if you find these isolated heroes out and... don't know the exact math on it, but it's really, really good. He even gets a stun onto Sing Sing, pops an Edict again, but the Absolute is back. Now the snowball comes out. Loda will have to help here, but he's
Dragon Slave down, he's just dead.
Yeah, Dragon Slave down, and the Ice Shots get Loda away.
They're just waiting for the LSA here. Yeah, they're gonna all retreat off. The creeps are a bit too much.
Oh, still we find kills all over the map on both sides. S4 still going aggressive here on Necroman. Has died once, and now S4 hit level 6. There's always the potential of just being caught off guard by that and dragged back into maybe someone from Alliance teleporting in trying to help out. Especially with the 4 charges here. S4 takes quite a bit of damage here. Dragon Slayer, couple more right clicks. Not quite enough thanks to the ball charges, but that was pretty damn close.
That was like within 10 HP.
Yeah. Necroman doing quite a good job actually, just baiting out, just stacking up a couple of charges. Making his 4 think that he can go for the kill, and without Lina there, he would have probably been able to, despite that big burst damage from the meld. Oh,
that was just so dangerous over there. But they're looking for maybe for something aggressive here on top, as Alliance is rotating in the Lashwreck as well, but it seems Minot is just gonna walk it off there. He's gonna go back from mid, but Necromant might be able to spot him out in time.
Looks like he's just gonna go and stack this camp again. Try to farm up. It's one thing that you can do as a Temple Assassin once you get a couple of levels into the Psy lates. You can just take camps, it's similar to a Shadow Fiend. Okay, Bulldog.
Yeah.
Cast not bouncing, they actually missed the Light Strike Array. They get the Maledict on, but no follow-up damage, so...
He's just gonna be A-okay.
Same time,
now they're rotating in.
Yeah. It's actually playing very, very nice style here on Lashrak. Roaming around all across the map, because I know Loda, he doesn't need any help right now.
There's not even anybody on his lane.
Yeah, exactly.
Even I went top, and now Admiral Bulldog, he's gonna be able to TP out just in time here. LSA miss, Crush miss.
Actually 4 heroes up here, so Alliance kind of outmaneuvering MFF at this point.
He even just TP'd back to his own tower, so he doesn't even lose anything at all.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pretty nicely done, and yeah, all of this does favor Alliance. They're getting the better end of the farming farming stick here, just because Loda's being left alone. It's putting on pressure on the tower. It's all down below half health. With the help
Now
of
it's
that
Witch
healing
Doctor
ward.
alone on bot. He can't show himself. If he shows himself, they will most likely just run at him.
Loda doesn't have enough mana, but he does have a mango at the ready. And once the tower goes down, and if they still see anyone there... Oh, at the same time mid, there's a snowball onto S4, he's all alone here. And throws down a flame break, but there's just too much burst damage. He will fall, Minot's coming in just a little bit too late to help. At the very least, he'll be able to suck up some of that golden experience. Leaving Loda alone here, but still only Paris here. And an Omni Slash, if there's no creeps around, will kill that Witch Doctor.
This is something that I actually find a little bit odd on Minot's build. That at level 5 he puts 1 point in Lightning Storm. I guess it's just for the slowdown.
Yep.
Because there can be no other reason, because it can be for the damage. And as you just saw him here mid, the jump now on the Lightning Storm is absolutely nothing.
Who actually got caught up on Light Strike Array and a couple of bounces, but he'll be fine.
Yeah,
Pops
he's
the
just
mango
mango.
just for healing ward, just in case, so that'll be that. Yeah, he has 47 last hits now, 37 on Admiral Bulldog, so they're doing extremely well. At the same time, Slaughter is falling behind, and that's not a hero that can afford to do that, especially out of the 1 position.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
he has a
actually
haste rune
600
now.
gold behind.
Yeah.
He's 600 gold behind the enemy offlaner. That's not what you want.
Absolutely.
That's it. Like we said before, this offlane is just disgusting and so hard to play against. Especially when they get holy hour creeps and stuff like that. It's not a whole lot you can do.
They got to kill on Bulldog once. They had to use quite a lot for that, and now with 3 points up in the Scorched Earth, it's getting much harder. Especially since he's still holding on to that unholy aura. Might be trying again, Paris is teleporting in, but him alone, that won't be enough together with Mad to actually bring down anyone. But there's more reinforcements rotating in. Yapzor doesn't have too much mana, pretty much only Light Strike Array or that Dragon Slave. A couple of stick charges to play with too. Now even more help comes. But Alliance, they know what's up.
Yeah, they have this beautiful ward out. They see that they're all waiting over there. Sing Sing is maybe the only one that hasn't been shown. Yeah. But still, if you see 2 supports, you already back off.
Yep. Once again, there's just so much space for S4 to farm up mid. He's actually getting pretty damn close to Blink Dagger, even without utilizing the jungle. And Loda at the same time, he has face boots. Going for the Yasha build, so... We'll see if he wants to turn that into Sergeant Yasha or... Oh, Yapzor? Gotta be careful here.
I do like what Necroman actually did to Alliance the jungle. He puts some traps down in the medium and hard camp.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that if they're gonna stack it, that they know it and might be able to contest it or steal it.
Yeah.
Slaughter.
Smoked
And the
up now.
cover, haste, smoke, Loda. He feels it. He feels it tingling. He goes back.
Slaughter's looking for someone else who's looking for S4, but he's all alone. He has to be careful what to show himself there. S4 doesn't quite have the Blink Dagger yet, but the haste was running out, and the sprint is kind of a mini haste. Once he levels that up, he'll have... Not sure if he actually has max movement speed at level 4 sprint. But
That's pretty damn
at the very
close.
least, yeah.
A tithe to the impurities.
Alliance are dodging ganks. They have a good ward coverage here. And MFF, yeah, what do they really do from this point? Do they just take the farm game, or...?
The
Could
thing
you
is, you
just-
need to get your core items before you're able to fight into them.
Yeah.
Like you're behind over 2k gold and almost 2k experience. So you're able to take a fight, but with your supports not being level 6, you just have to farm it up a bit and wait for that. Because you're fighting into a team in which the full lineup is level 6 already.
Yeah, it's... Thing is, are they getting their core items anytime soon? I mean, if you look at the Tusk, he has double braces. Just to be able to tank up in fights. Necroman, he's the one that's pretty much doing the best on the side of MFF, so they'll have to utilize that. Have the Invis rune, and they will scout out that Minance is all alone, so that should be a kill. They want to go for it.
Even then, you're still in the jungle. Like if he pops his trap now, yeah, that's too late. Oh, Japster's walking in. He's level 6, but Minus already going back now.
Yeah, that ward scouting out Yapzor, and Necroman, he's still going to go for it, yeah. But Minance, he's actually one of the better... Oh, actually misses the stun, that'll be his undoing. If he hit that stun, then Necroman would have probably died there, all things considered. And now, Yapzor misses the stun himself onto Arke, and now S4 showing off the Blink Dagger goes on Yapzor. He doesn't even need to use... Oh wow, Arke might need to use the lasso, and now As the
Yeah,
Lich
that-
actually dies to the dying breath of the Apsor here, and it's a little bit greedy there from S4,
Yeah,
not to
there
ensure the
was,
survival of his teammate there.
yeah, if he was alone, he would have probably killed him without dying anyway, even with LSA and Dragon Slave. But yeah, now you're kind of like scrubbing your head, like, yeah, I could have saved you over there. I'm sorry, but in the end, nothing that you can do about it. It sucks a bit, but at least you can still use it. Maybe rotate now straight into top, go into fucking map, and just throw down the Doom as well on him and just get a kill on him.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
if it's denied, it just means that his Blink Dagger is going to be set back another 400, 500 gold.
And that Blink is one of the items that MFF will have to bank on to actually get grips on this game, because if you look at the net worth, the Lions actually 2,000 ahead, same for experience. That's just efficiency all across the map. MFF is actually having the kill lead, but doesn't actually mean too much. There's a snowball here onto Minor to Min. He pops the Edict already, but he will be bursted. No, not quite yet. Alliance S4 comes in here, and then, oh, nice Lich ultimate as well. And now all of a sudden, the entire lineup from Alliance
They were
comes
ready
into
for
this
this.
middle lane. Yeah, they were ready for this. And now they're gonna take a tier 1 off of that. New creepers coming in. They have the heal ward going. The glyph will delay this a little bit, but Necroman is moving in here, but he should be very, very careful.
He almost has his Desolator, but even with that, he can go for solo pick us. But in a team fight, he will still die fairly fast. If he is the one getting dragged or doomed, he is out of the fight instantly.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's a tower down, and the Lions will be happy with that, retreating. Take a look at what items we have on the horizon here. Juggernaut has the Yasha finished, so still the option of going for the Sergeant Yasha. And the way this game's been going, that's probably the best item for him to go for, right?
Yeah, the fighting is going to start within the next 3 minutes. Like, going for anything greedier would mean that he is going to lose a lot of his fighting potential. Bulldog has been able to finish up his drum as well, so he also has some more early game stats and items. So they're all just looking for that, and they know it. And they know that the fighting is going to start soon.
Yep. Lions is looking for it here. Teleporting loader up top.
It might
It's
actually start
expecting
soon.
some aggression here. It's still expecting it actually, with Minot's kind of playing the greedy 4 position, actually doing quite a bit of damage already. He's level 8, 3 points up into stun, 3 points up into the edict. That can hurt if you can get these explosions onto heroes. At the same time, MFF, they're looking for smoke, and at this rate they're only smoke ganking the tower.
Yeah, well, S4 is rotating, and if they find anybody, they're most likely just dead. Only thing is, if they can't get up... Oh yeah, he walks in. He's gonna get blinked upon. Matt is
There
ready.
it is.
There you go. Amplify damage as well. LSA to follow it up. Nice earn, and Laguna is there to kill it off. Minot is there, however, to try and turn this one around. Jeffter's taking a lot of damage here. Is he actually gonna die? Yes, he will. The Diabolic Edict is there enough to kill him. And Barrows now also comes in.
Tower is
1-for-1 trade, not exactly the kind that you want to take if you're Alliance, but you're still getting something back, and it was a huge commitment from MFF. That's the Blink Dagger shown off, that's Laguna Blade used. Still not the longest cooldown, especially out of the support position, but still. Just figuring out that there's a lot of activity of MFF down on that side, just gives load of space, more space to farm up top here. He's going heavy on to Sing Sing here, just forcing him out of the lane. Still has the Omni Slash available, level 2 in fact. So he can use that for a solo pickoff, potentially.
No, he can't use it on Tusk though, because he can just snowball
Yeah,
and
that's true.
be unarmed.
That is true.
I'm just waiting for when MFF goes into the rush pit. They're just waiting for another kill on S4 and then they will go. That said, if they don't die first here.
Oh.
Whereas, yeah, he's just gonna die here. Bulldog just easily slams him down. S4 is looking for some more. He's gonna go after Necroman in jungle. He has to TP out somehow without being found, and he should be able to do so.
MFF actually is using, putting a lot of emphasis on wards now and just map control on the Radiant side jungle. Not quite sure if that's the best way to go for it to do though, because Alliance, they are not really in a position to fear fighting, right? So if they want, they can just reclaim their jungle, get a couple of kills under the belt, and maybe another tower or Roshan. It looks like gonna flip the script a little bit. Go for Roshan
I don't
first.
think they can do this. This is way too dangerous. Well, actually, they just TP'd out on Necroman. They actually have a chance. Yeah, they're just gonna do it.
yeah.
They are spotted out. That TP out from Necroman just means that it's gonna be a tough way to go after this.
Yeah, without TA, which is the highest farmer on the entire map even. There's no way MFF can contest this here. They don't really have the best Roche lineup. Unless you can
This
get
is
a
a
really good
good
Slaughter
steal.
Crusher, but yeah, they know it. and they're gonna try to go for the exchange to tier 1 top instead. That's a tower that Alliance will be happy to give up in exchange for an Aegis here.
What? They're TPing
Oh, maybe
in, though.
not. They're TPing. It's just 4 all alone here. Not quite sure if that's the best idea. Snowball comes out on top of him and Blink Crush as well. He'll just feed himself away. They
That
didn't
was
think this one through. Now
aggressive.
Minot's kind of being blocked up by the ice shot just a little bit. But there's the cask, but that dancing pony a little bit too fast to actually commit on him too. That was really unnecessary for us 4.
Yeah, that was too aggressive. Like, you can probably think that if they're not contesting you at the rush pit, that they are trying to trade, and if you see them trading on top, there's no way that they're going to leave Necroman alone. He's the highest net worth in the game at the moment, even. So they will guard him, always with one.
It's his own Blink dagger now, and that's actually still very, very dangerous, especially if Alliance now starts to get complacent and starts splitting up too much. I mean, don't really think he can kill someone like a Doom on his own, but definitely someone like a Lich, especially if one of these supports walks into this nice little trap here.
Lich and Minots, those are the targets he can go for.
Yeah.
That's I do think that Loda should probably carry some dust for himself.
Yeah,
or maybe get one of the supports to buy it for him, but so he can have this solo potential pick off on the TA as well.
Yeah, without having to worry about a Mel dodge for the Omni Stash.
Yeah.
Looks like Alliance though, strength in numbers, not really. It's only 2 of them up here. 3 in the middle lane, but will claim this tower. They have some good ward vision here, spotting out the rotations down towards the middle lane. So that should make that tower on the top lane a little bit more secure for Loda to take by his lonesome, or might not even. Of course, a better choice. Yeah,
Loda is just looking in the jungle for a pick off if somebody rotates in.
At the same time, MFF, they're just going into the raid inside jungle. They don't really want to fight right now, and I can't really blame them. They kind of have to find these pickoffs, but Alliance positioning, apart from that one blunder from S4, has been quite immaculate in this game so far.
Yeah, however, this is still really aggressive for Monkey Freedom Fighters. If they're actually going to commit for this tier 2 with all 5 heroes and they get a team fight, there is still the Aegis on Loda.
Yeah, but in Alliance already at the tier 2 in the top lane, and they have a much better pushing lineup, in fact, actually, than just the TA there, just with the Edict. Glyph has already been forced out, and I guess they have the Desolator on Necroman, so that makes it a little bit easier to just bring down a tower.
Yeah, there's no Fury Soul on the Lina, so that makes it, yeah, if they have that, then they could probably get the tower down pretty fast. But without it, it's no chance.
So trading a tier 2 for like half damage on a tier 2 on the Radiant side.
Yeah, Alliance is okay with this.
Absolutely. They still have the Aegis, they know that they can go for these kind of plays, so tier 2 in the mid might be the next one to go. But yeah, Bulldog might get shot here. Go. Blink stun, everything right, just thrown on top of him. He'll be bursted down, and I should actually secure the tier 2 here now. As for can't really go in there alone. There is someone walking around though. It's Loda who finds himself a double damage and still has the Aegis, so
I think they might want to fight here. But yeah. This means Loda has been seen throughout all of this. He has to stall the fight. And Admiral Bilbuk has to buy back.
Blinks on onto S4. He'll be picked off before everything happens here, but Witch Doctor actually being bursted down by Loda. Can he get the Omni Slash off? No. The
Even
Light
if he
Striker
gets
is
enough. He goes out.
Yeah, that's
mini stun anymore.
Oh, it doesn't anymore? Oh my god.
I think that's so like bad. 2 patches out. That's 6.84, dude.
Dude, when did you ever see Juggernaut at 6.84? Don't read all that up.
Not often.
So, sorry for not being up to speed with my mechanics.
Yeah, it's fine. I guess I have some use today.
That's what you're here for, man.
Woo!
That's what
That's
exactly
right, just going for these bracers. He just wants to tank up 1k HP now. That's it. 11 armor isn't that much against this lineup.
Yeah, with all, if any sort of minus armor goes on top of him, of course. Nice fight, nice catch here on the Observer Ward. Now, Loda. You got some extra armor, which is also quite nice to consider if you have a Lich on your team, especially up against any sort of minus armor strat. What level is that ice armor now? Level 3 already, so you get 7 extra armor. Plus 9 at max level. And now they're actually gonna smoke up. Looking to create some space to take another tower, it looks like, but once again, MFF. They're on the own side of the map, yeah. Looks like they might want to wrap around through the river, or maybe even on the dire side all the way around.
Oh, they're going mid there. They're just waiting for somebody to TP in there.
Might even
To
catch
defend it.
the curry here at this rate. I'm not
No,
actually looking at it.
it escapes.
But at this point, they should know where MFF is at.
Oh, Loda has been spotted. They know that they are here. They're just starting to TP out straight away in the cover of the fog. Necroman.
Oh, that's
the
a
flame
good.
break.
If they can get this, that's a really good catch. The Faction already taken out by the damage over time, and now you have detection. They don't know how the courier actually dies. So Necroman.
But not before delivering his package at least to S4. Bulldog. Well, he lost his Shiva's Guard recipe, but he didn't have the Mystic Staff anyway, so it's annoying, but it's not that big.
Radiant's top tower is
Closer
worse.
to Mystic Staff though, at the same time, so...
Yeah.
He will get it when the courier gets back up.
Yeah.
Not the biggest deal, but it's cute little play there from Necroman, just getting the most out of the situation.
At least making sure that, like, if he actually got the courier kill before the Force Staff was delivered, yeah, then that would have been so big. That means that S4 is 3 minutes without a Force Staff. Then you just almost have free reign in that sense, or at least you will feel really confident.
Yep. Lion still in control of the game. Loda
Glimmer
looks... yeah. Oh, Glimmer Cape?
Yes, it's gonna be out on Tusk fairly soon.
Oh, nice.
They're gonna go for
Actually
Loda
helped them quite a
first
bit.
here. Oh, he just gets beautiful. He's chain stunned here.
Look at his damage as well, with just the amplified damage level 2.
Yeah. It's not really the right clicks coming out from Lina. You know, it's more the Laguna and the magical damage, but still, you can just feel the damage coming out. It's so hard.
So just a little bit of stun is all enough. And MFF, they actually have a lot of control, especially since Yapzor has been able to finish up the Dual Scepter, so he can initiate. And then they have a lot of follow-up with the Tusk.
Bulldog.
He's actually also taking a lot of damage here. S4 comes in to try and help, gets Necroman the Doomed on top of him too. So they really want to kill the Templar Assassin. They will be able to. But Admiral Bulldog should be able to heal up. Yeah, he'll be able to heal up through the Maledict between the Scorch Earth and a couple of bottle charges. So that's the counter engage there. Yeah, let's not forget, Templar Assassin still the highest farmed hero in terms of net worth on the map, along with Loda. On the Radiant side, oh, Snowball onto Arke here, might be a free pickup here from Beaver Knight. No, actually, four stepped out. That looked a little bit cool.
It's like the Warwick's kick, kinda.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's the Omni Slash. He isolated onto Sing Sing. He'll go down immediately to that.
Yeah, just as the Glimmer Cape wears off as well. Even then, there was that's actually a sentry from the Dire. Never mind. On that
So
one,
the
but
cookie
still,
crumbles, and we see Yapsa actually on the cover of an Invis looking to skip the creep wave even. But I don't think Alliance really cares. There's already a glyph. They should be able to keep this creep wave alive with the siege group there and the healing ward. But that'll be a tier 2 here. MFF, they can't really engage this at all.
No, you can just feel that Alliance is showing some dominance now again. And in the end, I think that even in late game scenarios, I do favor Alliance just through having a Doom. If you have a refresher Doom acronyms, like the 2 cores that you have, it doesn't really matter that much. Even if you just need to get TA and whoever next. It doesn't really matter who.
Yeah.
Like preferably, of course, you go for the Witch Doctor or for the Slardar or something, but it's not that important anymore. As long as you can just keep the TA down, you're gonna win eventually.
Yeah. Even Lina would be a pretty good target for secondary Doom, just because you can still throw out a couple of just because of Light Strike Array and
Free
Laguna.
Laguna, yes. Free Laguna, like there's no problem doing that. After that, you maybe be looking for the Witch Doctor over that or anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. Really depends on timing, especially with the Blink does not get the lasso off. Sing Sing just a couple of units too far away. But especially since Lina is now starting to build into the Dagenham Scepter slowly but surely, still about 1800 gold away. But once that comes out, that'll actually start to shape up to be a little bit of a problem for especially Juggernaut. Doesn't actually have too much health, and the Blade Fury will not protect you up against that pure damage. There's still all the physical damage with the amplified damage from Slardar coming out. So Alliance still have to be careful about their positioning going into the later parts of this game.
Honestly, I find this nerf to Lina, like 100 HP off, it still means that you deal a lot of damage. It doesn't really make a difference. It just, you can still pick him up and he's still really viable. It just went from an extremely strong spell to being a good spell. It's not the biggest.
As for looking for someone here, he had to use the Firefly to get him the vision though. And MFF Looks like for a second there that they wanted to re-engage, but yeah.
I was
With
already
the
wondering if they actually go in there, that will be meaning 3 deaths on the side of MFF, and if they are lucky, maybe 1, at most 2 of Alliance.
Yeah.
Like that's not a good engagement to take for a 3-3. That's not gonna work out.
Roshan is back up and Alliance know it. They're smoking up here around the pit.
They can do this. They don't. If they do this,
they're looking for a pickup first, absolutely. They
they're
know that
just
there's a
gonna
ward up
get everything
here.
out.
Oh, they do catch someone here. That's gonna be Paris dragged up across the river here, and he will fall. Snowball comes in. It's only Beaver Knight all alone here. Necroman blinks it across, but they're all died already. At least used all their spells. Necroman doomed up here. BKB will not bring the protection from the Onslash either, and they're just crumbling here. Matt gets a stun off on his 4, but Loda and Minus is still looking for Beaver Knight, who's actually taken away to the damage over time from S4. And Matt, nothing else for him to do but to TP out, and that will be the fight that Alliance were looking for to ensure this Roshan. Everyone's still alive. 3 heroes down for the side of MFF.
They were actually kind of split up. If they actually just stood a bit more together and moved in as like a solid unit, like there's no chance now S4 is gonna get anything off.
They came in
He will
one by
just
one.
get instantly used.
Yeah, they came in one
they
by
were
one.
just spread. They were just too spread out, and then they go in afterwards one by one just still to save someone. That's not worth it. And now they feel it.
It's a really good
Rush.
smoke. That was a really good smoke though by Alliance. MFF actually had a ward up there on the high ground, but
You should know that everybody's in there.
yeah, pretty much you should.
Yeah, Loda was also smoked. Like he was showed, I think, after he started to hit one of the wards. So.
Oh yeah, that might be.
So you should probably know that.
But yeah, well, doesn't really change the outcome. Witch Doctor first one to fall thanks to the lasso, then Tusk coming in all by himself on the back of that snowball, and then Necroman trying to salvage here with the BKB that was freshly completed actually. That if you're all alone up against 5 heroes, it's not really going to work for you.
The thing is, MFF, they need to get aggressive now, because if they're the one who are going to be further on the back foot than this, then the Slaughter will just be useless. Like, he has a BKB, but that doesn't mean that much. They already have a lot of physical damage, and they have more than enough things that go through BKB anyway.
Yeah.
Just means that your backline is going to get melted more than you are. In the end.
Let's not forget the Diabolic Edict, for example, is still physical damage, so if there's no creeps nearby, that'll still do some work. Not to mention the Juggernaut, who is actually getting quite strong here. He does have the Manta Style and the Halberd, so he split up the Sergeant Yasha now. And
That's
yeah,
good. He just makes the most out of that item.
Yeah.
A little bit early. You usually see that a bit later.
What do you think about the Halberd actually in this game?
Well, it does. Like, even if they have BKBs, it forces the other team to get MKBs.
Yeah.
And even for that, it's already worth a lot. And you can just wait out the BKB timing anyway, and then pop it.
Yeah, it's going to be devastating up against,
even
especially
then-
Templar Assassin.
And even then, if you really want to use it instantly, you just use it on Beaver Knight. Or on Jeps, or one of those 2 targets. And even then, you're already taking out some physical damage.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
MFF, they know they're on the ropes. You can take a quick look at the graphs, and yeah, Alliance, more than 7,500 gold in their favor, experience even crossing the 10,000 mark. It just feels like the Monkey Freedom Fighters, they don't really have the lineup to come back from. I mean, you have a Slaughter with Blink BKB. You still
Yeah,
have a little
they
bit of
had to
damage
win
if
that.
you can isolate someone with amplified damage and a stun lock, but apart from that, what do you really do?
They have just been on the back. Like, the moment they lost the first rush, mostly due to Necroman going top and farming up there, which is, no, on paper it's like a logical choice, keep on farming, keep on going, but they had to take the rush. And because they didn't do that and weren't really in a place to completely contest it, from there on it kind of just goes down and down. They're all lined up with all the minus armor. It's just built to take rush instantly.
Top tower
And if you don't do that, you're gonna get run over eventually somehow.
is under attack.
As you can now see, tier 3 being pressured up here in mid.
There is a glyph available and will be forced out now as MFF comes back to try and defend here, but this tier 3 already falling here down to 0 health points pretty much. Only need a couple more right clicks. There it is! What? There we go, Illusion will get it.
There we go.
Matt didn't quite get the stun off. He thought
I
better
think
of
if he
it,
did it,
like-
he would have probably died. Because if you catch your stun, you're gonna be standing still.
Yeah.
If he stands still, he's gonna get caught. Like, he's just gonna get dragged back by S4.
Yeah.
And then if Necroman tries to follow up, you just doom him. And from then, Lashback can just run into the back lines and go for Paris or anybody else.
Oda still quite healthy, still has the Aegis, so it doesn't really care. Pops a spin. Oh, Matt coming in from backline. Not quite sure if that's the best idea. He pops the BKB, but instantly popped with the Batrider Lasso. And he Bulldog in front, you tank up so much damage with the Omni Slash going. It will get stopped by the Glimmer Cape as well as the Yule Scepter now. But the Absol might still fall here. Nice ice shots here from Sing Sing. Keep that away from his teammate. But still, 2 heroes fell. Doom was the only one who dropped rather low, but he'll be able to be healed up by the Urn Charges and the Scorched Earth once that comes back off cooldown. And Loda, he still has the Aegis, so that'll mean a free set of racks
And GG.
yeah, and there's a GG. MFF, they know that their lineup isn't really made for coming back from this kind of position.
Even that said, for MFF, there was a pretty good fight to still take because they threw both the Lasso and the Doom on top of the Slardar. Like, that's what you wish for. It was even stacked.
Yeah.
So from there on, you that's like the best way to get a fight, to have both those things on one target. But yeah, it's...
Alliance is back, boys. Slowly getting into their own here. With some pretty much signature heroes here. Batrider, Juggernaut, Doom. Haki even on a Lich, so... That was only game 1 though, and this is the best of 3, so MFF still have a chance to redeem themselves in the next game coming up soon. So, don't go anywhere.